Well, ladies and gentlemen, get ready fucking for war, baby. Get ready to rumble. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Are we ready? Let's get ready, baby. Let's go. Let's go. It's looking good. It's looking good. Beautiful people. Beautiful people. Oh, yeah. We're looking good. Looking good. Are we ready? Are we ready? Check. Check. How we doing? Guys have a good weekend? Guys have a good weekend? Hope so. We got the troops behind me. Some apes. Futures are looking good. Futures are looking good, though. Should be good. FDIC. Chairman resigns. Check this shit out. Check this shit out. One of the nation's top banking regulators, the chairman of the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, resigned late Friday after a partisan clash with Democrats that she had described as a hostile takeover. Interesting verbiage right there. Appointed by Trump 2018 to serve a 5-year term as chairman. Oh, so her term was almost over anyways. A year. Without naming McWilliams of unsafe and unsound governance for its unwillingness to consider proposed changes offered by a majority of board members. While members of the board may differ on what, if any, new policies should be enacted, we should quickly solicit input from the public to identify potential policy options. Wow. That's actually pretty important. Oh, this is a long article. Well, not too long, but getting up there. Vic J, what's going on, brother? Oh, this is really interesting. She ain't having it. She said, I gotta resign. How we doing? Drop that like on the video. Say hi. Introduce yourselves. You know, future's looking good. I'm so ready. First trading day of 2022. How we feeling? How we feeling, ladies and gentlemen? Vic J's feeling good. Who else is feeling good? NASDAQ up 0.6%. S&P up 0.5%. Dow up 0.37%. So are we looking at a good day tomorrow? I do think so. Because you got to think about it too. And I don't know if I've talked about taxes a lot in all these videos. But you have to consider too, if you were somebody that wanted to see or gain some kind of, write-off on your taxes, your last day to do that was, right here. And we've seen that happening. To some certain extent, that was happening. It's ignorant to say that didn't happen at all with AMC. That's just, Evergrande halted on Hong Kong markets. Really? Really? I feel like they've been halted, though. Evergrande's going to go bankrupt. Like, that's a fact. Shares halt after Hannon Demolition report Evergrande. Probably a lot of what we already know, honestly. China Evergrande Group halts trading in its shares following local media reports that the company has been ordered to tear down apartment blocks in a development in Henan province. The shares were suspended pending an announcement containing inside information, Evergrande said in a brief statement. A local government in Henan told Evergrande to demolish 39 buildings in 10 days because the building permit was illegally obtained. That's the last thing that they... That is the last thing that Evergrande needed, was say, hey, you got to tear down 39 buildings in 10 days. Like, man, the company is screwed. That's the last thing that they needed. But that does sound bad. I mean, bad start. Chinese developers slump on first day of 2022. They're trading. I thought Hong Kong markets were closed. Maybe I'm wrong. The government is same thing. Tear down 39 buildings. Evergrande's going bankrupt anyways. The second half of 2022, you're going to see shit hit the fan. Even possibly before that. I hope there's at least a little rotation into AMC, some of these other stocks in the first couple of months of 2022. That's what it looks like, but... Yo, you know big gains in FDIC is only $250K and invest in different things fast. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Only $250K. I believe it goes up to $500K. I believe it's $250K in assets. And yeah. Insure SPIC. Maybe I got the acronyms right. SIPC. Yeah, that I think it's 250 and yeah. The limit of SIPC protection is 500,000, which includes 250,000 limit for cash. So yeah. First time listener, Nostradamus. I'm actually a big fan of Nostradamus, if that means anything to you. Welcome aboard the mothership, ready for blast off at any time in 2022. We'll take it. Welcome. Hey, did you hear Kenny G warning to China? What? No, I did not. Where's that at? Is that Twitter? So their bankruptcy will help us. Yeah, I think it'll just drag everything down. It'll suck that liquidity out of the markets even more, because that's the big thing. When they have too much money just for their own good, hedge funds, like there's just money everywhere. That's why the banks weren't even questioning Archegos, because there's just too much money out there. Like, why would you question them? Because everybody's got money, right? And then they're doing some fraudulent shit behind your back. That's going on everywhere. So once you start to see one big player topple, then you start to see a lot of things get shaken up under the surface. Like, we had Melvin Capital, Archegos. We had so many other funds lose a substantial amount of money. If that was any normal year, like 2019, the markets would have been feeling it a lot more. But yeah, as things start to roll down and things start to collapse, especially Evergrande, such a big company. That was half the size. That's half the size of Lehman Brothers that started the financial collapse. Then, yeah, I think it's definitely going to help us restrict that liquidity. And we are looking beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Dun, 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 dun. 2022, it's going to be key. I mean, I think the first couple of days are going to be a little bit slower. People are still off doing what they want to do, hitting the Bahamas and shit. Yeah, no, I highly applaud you guys. And if you have not already seen the video that I put out earlier, it's called the AMC MOS Endgame Watch Until the End. Check that video out. But highly applaud you guys that were honest about your price targets. I know we see people with wide ranges of price targets. that, want to just say it to like make people more excited, which that's fine. Do that. I'm not going to be the one to tell you not to do that. But to know how high it's going to go and to try to figure out your own strategy, you have to know where other people sit. So I just applaud you guys for being honest, in the comment section, whether it's, whatever price it is. Yeah, I think, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, that's very realistic. That's like being super realistic, in my personal opinion, given all the shit and the due diligence we've done. I mean, it's obvious the level of manipulation that's going on here. Simply put, there's not going to be enough shares to go around for everybody that is trying to sell at the top. There's just not going to be enough shares. So, you're going to see a lot of bid wars happening. A lot of people are going to go under too. You're going to start to see multiple hedge funds every week going out. Yeah, 100K, 150K, 300K, 4K will make me $1 million. I'm okay with that. Just sent the Kenny G China YouTube video. It's the first 3 minutes. All right. Would love for you and Al from Boston do a live show together. Yeah, I didn't know who that was for like a long time. And I kept hearing people. Like, I was following him on Twitter. I didn't know he had a YouTube channel. So I've watched a couple of his videos. And, I'm... For the most part, I like what he says. The calculation on like 250,000, or $1 million or whatever that his I didn't really agree with that. But who am I? I mean, who am I to fucking say anything? But yeah, I would love to. Let's get it done. Honestly, Al from Boston. I would like to do a podcast. I think there should be more of that. Like a podcast channel with like, even like get like trades, Al from Boston. I want to see some people argue too, which is really bad for the community, but that'd be funny watching like theory test other theory. Not good for the community though. But yeah, like a live stream channel just to talk more. Like they got Millennial Money with like Meet Kevin, Graham, Andre, and Jeremy. I like that. Just to get so many different inputs on the situation. It really helps you figure out your thoughts and, what you're thinking and all that. Come to a better conclusion. Lou says we will have a hard time getting our money if our broker gets vaporized. How true is that? Why would the broker get like your investment apps? I don't think the investment apps would be on the hook for that. That's, because they don't ultimately have the obligation. Like, they're not short on the stock. They're gonna do what they have to do. They're gonna find the shares, and if they can't find the shares, that's still on somebody else's ass. I mean, they're gonna give you IOUs. They're gonna do something. They're not gonna. I highly doubt the big ones would go under. Robinhood, sure. Look at them. They can't even handle the price going up. A stock going from 15 to 300 without losing their shit. So, I mean, Robinhood, Webull, those are newer. They don't have as much capital. But, in the sense of, like, all of them going down, no. I really think it would be, like, the hedge funds. Because what's going to happen, right? The DTCC, all these regulators, they do not let hedge funds go into full-on bankruptcy before they liquidate positions. So what's going to happen when AMC starts to break out of key thresholds, say $100, $200, they're doing those intraday margin calls that we went over a couple months ago, and they're going to say, hey, Citadel, do you have $50 million to put in your margin account? They're going to give them an hour to do that. I believe it's an hour to 2 hours to do that. If they say, hey, yeah, we can't do it this time, we're getting clapped, then they're going to say, okay, we're getting out of your position for you. They have ultimate control of what happens with these positions. It's not the hedge funds. It's not the hedge funds, unless they have no leverage, no margin, and they are fully in cash, which hedge funds do not do that. So ultimately, it's the, the regulatory bodies that have the ultimate say-so on when they cover. If they don't have the margin requirements, they will get forcefully liquidated before they're not able to cover. And obviously, once it gets down to, there's going to be so much chaos that the ones that cover first are going to be the ones that make it through, right? The hedge funds that cover in the couple $1,000 range, they're going to take a hit. Trust me. Don't get it twisted. They're going to take a massive hit. But those hedge funds that just get caught up in, oh shit, now the stocks, went from 1,000 to 3,000 in one day. Those are the hedge funds that are really going to have a hard time and ultimately go under. I mean, the ones that act first and cover first is the ones that's really going to do well. Well, not do well, but continue in operations. You keep it real, homie. Keep up the good work. You too, brother. Appreciate you being here tonight. Rico is fun to watch. Yeah, his videos are longer than mine. I mean, I do get a kick out of watching them sometimes, but, people say, I don't want to say Rico clickbaits because he always has some kind of information, but I don't know. I think he's cool. Lou is questionable. I mean, I am not a fan of, I could sit here right now and say there's 2,000% the amount of shares, like the float, right? I could tell you there's 10 billion shares that we own, which I mean, all fairness, I doubt we own 10 billion shares with the retail. That's just a shit ton. I mean, that would be 20 times the float, 2,000%. It's possible, but if I don't have any suggestive, and I'm not saying that right, but any kind of evidence, even to, make a unprovable case, but to make it make sense, then I just wouldn't say it. And a lot of what he says is just unprovable. It's like, trust me, bro, it's happening. And I'm like, I've never heard about that. My broker is ready. There we go. Appreciate your consistent hard work and encouragement. Really look forward to your daily updates now and through the squeeze. Yeah, try to, there's just so much to cover with AMC, So appreciate it. Appreciate you tuning in. I hope we're together for a long time. I mean, after AMC, there's going to be more trades, and we've been making a ton of trades still. Like, there's trades everywhere, but AMC has the most opportunity heading into 2022, in my personal opinion. Thumbs all the way up from Northern California. Cali in the house, baby. What, the Emerald Triangle? You up there, like Humboldt? I live in Michigan. I just watch a lot of TV, so I don't know if that's right. I believe margin calls will be made, but no one will be hanging up, and every minute the number changes. Pretty much, people are just screwed. Yes, the market is open tomorrow. We didn't get any days extra off this year. Usually, if I'm not super familiar with the calendar, how it works, but usually you will get like a Friday or a Monday off because of the holiday around this year. Not this year. We're back in action, baby. Yo, barely got the notification. WTF. Anyways, what's the price? Saw your last vid posted and couldn't find the price in the comments like you said. I don't know if I had said that in the video. There's not really a price. Like, due to just a simple calculation of like the running average of roughly where we have been at throughout the whole last year, right? Since June. Just say $50. You could say 45 to 50. I just use 50 for rough math. And it was actually brought on by another comment that somebody had commented on one of the other videos, and it just made a lot of sense. They were saying that, Volkswagen short squeeze 10x and AMC is more than 10 times as large of a community. So if you just do some simple math, 50 times 10 signify the Volkswagen short squeeze. That's 500 times that by 10, that's 5,000. So I think that's really the worst case scenario. Your best case scenario is as high as the top comment down there. And I applaud you guys for commenting down there. How you doing tonight, Tyler? It's another Bud Light and Crown Peach night, baby. I like Jose Cuervos. I actually got this for Christmas, too. Little margarita thing. I have not busted it open yet, but looking forward to it. Nevertheless, that's my favorite. How you doing, David Johnson? Good seeing you on here tonight, too. Yes, first we need gamma. Yeah, that's definitely true. First we need gamma. And I think it's all gonna come to play, And just remember, too, even though we do have January 21st, and I have my money where my mouth is when I say I think January and February, we're going to hit about $60 per share. Here, depending how we start this week, if we're slower, then I'm going to look to buy more options because I want a little bit more exposure, leveraged exposure. And I do think ultimately it will help the movement because I do, like I said, expect there to be upward movements in January and February. But yeah, I think it'll all just come together, and it could happen fast too. Like, I think there's going to be stages to it. I think we're not just going to go from 20 to 10,000 right away. I think you're going to have, a period of we go up a lot, come down a little bit, chill out for a minute, go up more. And I think that plays into as well as where people are willing to sell this stock. Because, there's always going to be a buyer for AMC as well. Once we go to 100 and maybe come back down to 80 and then go to 200, you're going to get those people that only want $100 per share or $200 that get out of their position, whereas other people are just buying more still. There's always going to be a buyer. So I think it'll just happen in stages, but we could fill up some of these far out the money options very, very fast if the price of the stock does start to do some crazy shit. When we'll start, I think January and February will be that next leg up, honestly. Yeah, what's your selling brackets? I'm not exactly sure. I mean, if the stock went to 10,000, I might sell, 3, 4, 5 shares to get my initial investment back. But, I've said before I'm willing to just hold my shares. This is more of a statement than anything, but I'll want to get my initial investment back, but only sell a couple shares. I want to donate a lot of the money, do something else, and the whole reason I even want a lot of money is to, in general, is to help people out, to push educational knowledge, financial freedom, and all that. Boss Blunt says market crash is imminent. Maybe this week, month. He says due to Evergrande. No. It's not gonna happen. Trust me, it's not gonna happen. What's gonna happen, and the only thing that will cause a recession, that will cause a market crash, is going to be a recession. And the fears of, how long could this take? We have higher inflation. We can't print more money. We can't keep the rates down, forever. What else can we do? And their hands are tied at that point, right? That's not even possible until the second half of 2022. Why? Because we have printed a lot of money. Stimulus takes a couple months to get out of the system, right? So you're going to get tax returns that come back about half the amount as usual. To my understanding, is the child tax credit was half the tax credit. That's your biggest part of your tax return for most people. So that's going to run dry by probably June at like the latest. People spend that tax money like it's going out. It's not ever leaving. And I know you guys know a lot of people that do. Shit, I used to too, but now they be robbing me. Uncle Sam's a biatch. But yeah, once spending draws down. If you look up what causes recessions, it's spending slowing down. It's spending slowing down. So basically all the stimulus, child tax credit, you're going to have to start paying on your student loans in May. You're seeing the Fed that is not buying any more bonds. You're seeing them threatening to raise interest rates. Likely by the second half of the year, they will have raised interest rates one time. That's when you see a crash. That's when you see a recession. This market is too strong. Earnings are too good. No. Sorry to burst that bubble that was going on, but, no. No way. Man, I thought the markets should have crashed all throughout 2020. 2021, I'm like, man. But Yo, Michigan Apes, baby, what's going on? Michigan in the house over here, too. Sean Richardson, shout out to you. I'm very proud of all you apes for staying strong. You make me strong. Yeah, I think that's kind of what you have to do. You kind of have to lift people up. Be real with people, though. You know, I hate some people are not, but you know, appreciate you. You keep me strong too. I mean, I don't even care what happens in the short term. I know what is in store for us. I've been around so many situations that are like AMC, but not, you know, like manipulated stocks, high short interest, large institutional backing. But we are even better than having institutions owning a majority of the float, because institutions, they're going to take their money on a 10-20% move, and it's going to be hard to see that continuation. But I would put my money with you guys over hedge funds, institutional investors. Warren Buffett, he sells in and out of stocks a lot recently, you know. I'll put my money with you guys any day. Hey, dude, thanks for all your videos. Love to see you growing and putting in more effort into the content. I watch every video, and I'm a whale ape. Let's fucking go, baby. Shout out to you. I need to get a horn on here so I could start horning all your comments. Keep up the good work. One shot that bottle. Yeah, I'll try. You want to see me puke? You want to see me puke? That would be great. This shit is strong. Tyler is the most underrated YouTuber on AMC. God bless you, man. God the Heavenly Father. You are great. Some of you guys, like, starting to, you know, see you guys a lot and remember all your names, and it's cool to see you guys showing up like that. Remember, half will go to the government. That's for sure. Yeah, the velocity of money too. It's still up there a little bit last time I checked. Is he even looking at chat? Yeah, I am. It was just a little delayed. What tax rate can we expect? Ballpark. Thanks for your hard work. Tax rate can we expect? I mean, if you're short-term capital gains plus your regular tax bracket, I mean, in Cali it can be as high as like 55%. But that's if you're a higher-end earner. If you're not, I mean, I'm not exactly sure. Like in Michigan, I'd probably pay like 25 to 30%. If it's short-term. If it's longer-term, it would just be long-term capital gains, which wouldn't be too much. Let's go, baby. Yeah, Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam gets his cut either way. That motherfucker always in there. Y'all think a January squeeze? Yeah, I do. I mean, I think that'll be a leg of it. You know, if we went to $100, unless the data showed that the short interest was at like 1 or 2%, like a normal stock, that's not the short squeeze. We never squeezed. We have never squeezed with AMC stock. Not once. Never happened. Never happened. Which is kind of crazy. We only went from 19% short interest to 14%. Only 5% of the float was actually covered in June. And the first 5% is going to do the least amount of damage. That other 14%, if we would have just kept running in June, and that situation would have kept going, which, keep in mind, there was a lot more traders in the stock. We have gotten all the traders out of the stock now. I can say that very confidently. Then that last 14% short interest, that was, well, it was closer to 15%, I believe. Let's just get the actual number. Let me go back here. June, what the fuck? What am I looking at? Did it really? Huh. Interesting. I think they revised the numbers on Ortex, but weird, bro. I'm like, am I really on AMC right now? Yeah. It says exchange reported short interest history for AMC. If we look at June. Wow, yeah, they did definitely update this. Yeah, 20.36% to 14.76%. So, almost 15%. That other 15% would have done a lot of damage. They definitely updated that. It's saying like 24% short interest before that. It was never that high. At least on the exchange reported. It will raise rate to 43.3% this year. Retroactive. 37% on short capital gain, but if you held longer than a year, it's 15 to 20. Yep. Then add state and the rest equals 50. Tyler, we should have like 2-week party here in Florida after all this shit so many places. And unlike Detroit, oh, it's warm. Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, I know somebody that lives in Cape Coral. Actually, my mom's friend, but she's really, really chill. Really, really chill. We're in there, baby. In there like swimwear. Just gotta watch the alligators. I ain't fucking with no alligators. Can't do it. Can't do it. The worst we got in Michigan is like a dog that might chase you. Or a little gardener snake. Evergrande official default. Now, who doesn't love chilling with the apes? For real. Who doesn't love that? You guys can ask any question. Real estate, trading, AMC, anything. 5,000 per share will make me a millionaire in Swedish kroner. Interesting. We got somebody. Andreas, you're from Sweden? Dang, we're international, baby. Ape movement everywhere. Yeah, and actually, with the whole Evergrande situation. Are you serious? Asia's, yeah, they are getting clapped, huh? A little bit. Yeah, this shit is old. I'd have to get on the news wire real quick. Let me see. Yeah, no, they haven't updated anything. Interesting. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, although it's going to take a while for Evergrande to actually go bankrupt, in my opinion. Big companies, they can last a while. They have a lot of, tricks under their sleeves and all that. Delisted or suspended? That's a good question. What's good, brother? AMC short squeeze soon. Is there a difference? Love Forum Canada. Yeah, a suspension can just be, the stock suspended for an investigation, for news or whatever. China can really do whatever they want to. China can just suspend anything. Like, they don't have anybody to really answer to. They are the fucking, like a god over there type shit. AMC short squeeze soon. Let's go. Hello from Alberta, Canada. Hello from Ape Town, baby. Michigan. Not really Ape Town, but I'd say we got a lot of people from Florida. A lot of internationals in here, too. Cent index 90 down. Yeah. Is right. I honestly stay away from China. China everything. I'm not a fan of China anything investing. Like the companies are great, but not China. Yeah, a lot of data this week, too. Nope. December jobs report, Federal Reserve meeting minutes, CES, what to know this week. I believe some consumer data, too. The unemployment rate is expected to improve further to 4.1% from 4.3% in November, when it ticked down to the lowest read since March of 2020. Although the pace of non-farm payrolls is projected to have risen in December, the downside risk to estimates may be sizable. Talking about Omicron. Yeah, Wall Street attributes the theory to an increase. Oh, they're talking about the January effect. Bro, we covered this like a month ago. Like 2 weeks ago. Y'all better be ready for the January effect. Are you a Pistons fan? I mean, I love playing basketball, but I don't like really watching it. I guess I don't have, I need to get like Hulu. Is it Hulu Sports that you can watch sports on? But I love playing basketball. That's my favorite sport to play, but don't really watch it too much. You know, I'm like, this is what I'm passionate about. Like, this is what I love doing. Like, research. It's so nerdy and great at the same time. Yeah. Yes, I'm a former deal. I'd like to see justice play out for once he stole from U.S. citizens. Ooh. Interesting. We're going to summer what I mean. Yeah. Evergrande, it's going to take a minute for them to go out. Consensus estimates, economist estimates suggest that about 400,000 jobs were added in December, with the pace of hiring nearly doubled from the fewer than expected 210,000 recorded in November, when forecasts predicted 500,000 new jobs to return. The unemployment rate, yeah. So, I mean, if we see, surprisingly, when will this actually be reported? Busy first week of 2022, landing with key economic release out of Washington that include the highly anticipated December jobs report. Minutes. Okay, it doesn't say an exact day. I'll have to. Jeez. Yeah, but if the jobs come in even less than 400,000, that could make markets bullish, believe it or not, because Jerome Powell raising rates, he kind of put it on the jobs, and if jobs start to slow down, they're not going to. I cannot, just skimming through here. Fine. Jesus Christ. Eurozone manufacturing, U.S. jobs report, but when? Oh, Monday. European manufacturing sector with December's purchasing managers index expected to slip slightly. Yeah, that's not too important. ISM manufacturing index released by the Institute of Supply Management. The Labor Department is to release job openings and labor turnover survey for November. In October, there were 3.6 million more job openings than people look for work, illustrating the gap between employer demand and labor supply. That's going to be key. Thursday, the U.S. trade deficit reported by the Commerce Department is estimated to widen in November to $72.6 billion, up about $5.5 billion from the month before. Global supply chain constraints and elevated consumer demand for capital goods are some of the factors feeding the deficit. Friday, economists estimate that U.S. employers added jobs at a faster pace in December as the labor market recovery continue. Yeah, 405,000 jobs. Unemployment to go down about 0.1%. Okay, so yeah, we do have a decent amount of data actually coming out this week. Could be key. Dude puts out a video every hour. He loves this shit for real. No, 100%. 100%. Nothing I would rather do. Seriously. No, I try to do noon, 2, and 4. I try to just do the early morning, like what's the data looking like? What's the intraday looking like? Because, if there's a trade there or something I'm doing, that's when I'm going to, say something. And then the middle of the day, there's some kind of news. And it's really hard to, like, what do I want to talk about? What's more important? What's less important? And, talk about some of that stuff middle of the day, and then end of the day is probably the most important video. I think the beginning of the day too, but just because, I like to take trades usually in the morning. Sometimes at the end of the day, though. Yeah, Tesla killed it. U.S. is considering recommending that individuals exposed to COVID and isolation if they've been tested negative for the virus after 5 days. Dude, I feel like these are the same headlines over and over and over again. It's literally all COVID. Like, all these headlines. Which, shouldn't be terrible for stocks. Doesn't seem like we care too much, but interesting. How was your guys' weekend? You guys do anything fun? Ring in the new year right? Hopefully. Hopefully, baby. Oh, it's very exciting. It is very, very, very exciting. Heading into the new year right. Looking good. Looking good. Friday the 7th. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Let's get it. Yeah, the technicals look really, really good, too. I kind of want to clear this up, though. It gets so messy when you have all these different indicators up. Yeah. Like, if we don't see a pop this week, I'm going to be very, very surprised. But it is possible we fall back down to 25. I don't think so personally, though. You got to watch this level right about here, too. At about 2660. Let's look at it on the 4-hour candlestick chart. It's a little more obvious. 2665 was the low that we hit. I'm actually going to go ahead and mark that. $660. Yeah, that's going to be important. Yeah, and these Bollinger Bands are just so tight right now. Which is actually pretty interesting. I got drunk. Oh, lost my phone because I forgot I put it on the charger. Sounds like a great night, brother. Sounds like a good one. God, the Heavenly Father celebrated my stepbrother's birthday, giving everyone financial education. There we go. They're like, this fucking guy. Like, yo, AMC, buy the damn dip. No, seriously. I do that. I do that heavy. That's what I do. Like, don't say anything about finance or anything around me. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna give you a full on fucking degree, financial degree in like 20 minutes. AMC is going to the moon. Definitely. Weekend was good, but I missed my girl, Amy, a.k.a. AMC. Yeah, I know what Amy is. Did Short the VIX make that up? I've seen him call it Amy in his streams, but I'm not exactly sure if he made that up or not. I think we hit 34. Might take us another year, but it'll happen. Oh, yeah. I think we'll get the first leg up like in January, February. That's where I'm going to put my money, and I'll disclose it to you guys when I do actually do that and put a substantial amount of money into like calls or something. I'll give the thesis why and all that, and it's up to you guys. Agree with it or don't, but you know, yeah, I think we'll definitely see that move to the upside here soon. The Head and Shoulders is super similar to the cup and handle from the run-up via January. Let's take a look real quick. Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. It's actually pretty obvious to see. You pull it out, right? It was slowly, I mean, it does really look the same, but I mean, yeah, we went up a little bit more before, but yeah, definitely. There's definitely a solid resemblance there. I mean, earnings are going to be pretty cool too. I can't wait to see AMC earnings. Just imagine that. AMC turns a profit. Shorts get obliterated. AMC's free cash flow positive. Are you guys ready for that? Ready for free cash flow positive? That's going to be crazy. I hope drops one more time. I have over 1,000 pounds of cans. Been keeping for the last 2 years, and it's finally back up the pound. I'm going to sell and buy more AMC. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Jeez. I never would want to take them back, but, you know, money's money. If you can go make a couple $100 taking back cans, like, I'm not above that. Dude, I work in a restaurant. Like, I will do anything for, not anything, you know, but a 20's a 20, if you know what I'm saying. But, yeah, it's cool. I still do it, but I don't like taking them back, honestly. 100K a share minimum. There we go. Does the $9,668 asking price mean anything? Not exactly sure what you mean. Like, if there was one, like right now or just in general, I mean, not really. I'm not looking at, you know, the latest bid to ask right now, but not really. Nobody's going to buy it for that right now. That might be a steal in the future. Yeah. If AMC goes to 100K, that's a steal. Short should cover on 9,000. Check December. 46% of JMA shares is owned by institutional investors. What do you think this helps or hurts the squeeze play on the stock compared to 16 to 18% institutional investors in AMC? Which does better the squeeze? Well, according to, take it with a grain of salt. I know. We don't like them. But institutional shares long is 33.5% for AMC. And institutional investors are loading up, and it looks like they have been a lot. Look at that. They updated, I guess, their software just updated itself. So November and December. Yeah, so they have been buying a lot of shares, actually. November and December. I think it doesn't matter as much because a lot of trades are done in the dark pools, right? So there's going to be manipulation to that extent too. So I think, you know, it's not going to matter as much. It'll likely be done in the dark pool. Even if it's not, I mean, I think it could be a blip in the grand scope of things, if that makes any sense. Good question, though. Great question. Been calling her Amy since Trey started with AMC. Dang, I'm slacking. Extreme Gains has cracked their algo. Yeah, I started to watch that video, but I think it was long or something. I think. I can't remember. I think it was long. I might have to check it out. But I think it's pretty pretty easy to understand their algorithm, right? We go up on Monday, down on Friday. There is this pattern over and over again, but there's so many other factors too. Like back in June, it's very hard to compare June to now. Why is that? Because after January, there was a lot of people that were in the stock, that were back and forth, a lot of traders. Certainly, people were buying and holding the stock. That's obvious. But once January hit, if you were not like in this movement, like the movement, thought we were going higher, whatever the case is, if it was just a short-term trade for you, then you got out of the stock. And you've seen that really happen, just over the last, when this low volume was happening. Once the volume really cut off, like late September, like the traders had exited the stock. The volume was super, super low, no indication of traders. So I think it's really hard to compare the other run-ups that we have seen compared to now, because now it's people that are actually holding on to the stock. Like there is no reason besides when we did see this technical breakout over here. If we do pull up, yeah, we have the Bollinger Bands up right now. Yeah, if you pull up the Bollinger Bands, the inverse head and shoulders, yeah, sure, there's a reason to buy the stock now to trade it. But if you were holding during all of this pain, like you're a hodler, you're an ape, you're in there. But you can't really compare all this to this. That's what I'm trying to say. But there is definitely an algo that is doing a lot of the moves. I mean, 70% of trading volume is trading algorithms. But yeah, I will definitely check that out. Muhammad, definitely check that out. And actually, watch the video. Tell us about the big ripple that will happen to the stock market. AMC explodes and stock market goes down. As we sell, can we buy other stocks in great value as other stocks and double our money? Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I was buying, in retrospect, it was stupid, but in any downturn situation, like what Warren Buffett says, the stock market is a tool to transfer wealth from the impatient to the patient. So I don't think there would be any problem with like the logistics of buying stocks. There's going to be those value companies, probably tech, as tech is the thing that's hardest hit. That's where a lot of hedge funds are super over leveraged, is tech. Short positions, but there will definitely be a lot of opportunities too, for sure. I like PayPal, honestly. If you want a good, not a financial advisor, but if you want an easy double up in 3 to 5 years, PayPal. It's the simplest thing ever, PayPal. But there's a lot of good stocks. SoFi, Lucid's kind of stretchy though. I love it, but it's kind of stretchy on the valuation. Good though. It's good though. It's worth it. Start at 17 minutes. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out right after I get off of here. Probably. See what's going on. Forced to squeeze by demanding everyone they lent shares out to pay them back the shares they borrowed. BlackRock will be looking at making a lot of equity losses from Evergrande back through AMC. Honestly, yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Honestly. Have you looked into the Wyckoff theory? AMC is following it to a T. Yeah, I have a while back. Not recently. I mean, I haven't looked into it, in a minute, but I will. I hear Rico talking about it, and it's one of those things. It's just one of those things. I mean, a lot of people, they know the trade, even the technicals, they can be there, and it just doesn't happen sometimes. But I'll definitely check it out. I was looking into it not long ago, though. In all fairness, it might come up. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the Wyckoff theory, too, accumulation and distribution, that's a part of, what was I looking up earlier? I forget, but that's a part of a couple different technical trading indicators. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to look into that a little bit more. But, accumulation and distribution, that's a part of a lot of different indicators, too. Trading starts at 4 a.m. Eastern time. Not trading now. Where are you at? Where are you at? It's only 11. 11 Eastern time. I'm in Michigan, if that's what you're asking. Oh, are you talking about the title of the video? Preparing for battle, brother. We're not there yet. We gotta, sail through the night first. So do we expect all the hard-hit stocks from tax loss harvesting to get bought right back tomorrow? I do expect to see a little glimpse of that. I don't expect it to all to happen, tomorrow or even this week. I think you'll get that hint of it happening. You'll see strong days. You might see a down day, but overall an uptrend. And yeah, a lot of stocks that have been beaten down, like PayPal. PayPal was the worst performing stock on the S&P 500, and it was down 35% or something stupid, and nothing has happened with the business. It's literally the same business, but it's been improving. Yeah, it's down substantially. Like PayPal, a lot of those other stocks, SoFi in my opinion, even Lucid, higher multiple, higher valuation right there, but those stocks should be good. AMC too, because AMC is going to have a strong fundamental year. Once AMC posts a record profit like they're going to in 2022, man, you can't argue with the profits. But yeah, Billy A87, that's exactly how I'm positioned. Exactly how I'm positioned for small mid-cap stocks, but are good companies. SoFi, DraftKings, I talk about them all the time. SoFi, DraftKings, PayPal. That's where I have quite a bit of capital in shares I've been buying and calls too. Michigan too, my dude. Ross Butcher, there we go, baby. There we go. I have a love in Toronto area, but I have a home in Windsor I am renting out to friends. There we go. A landlord? There we go. I'm a landlord too, brother. I think you're a dude. Have a love. Devin Smith, do you expect the first month to be a very slow start for AMC in the new year? I expect possibly the first half of the month. Like the first week. I think the second week you're going to start to see more rotations, more buying by hedge funds and institutional investors in stocks like AMC, stocks that are down 45% from where they were just a couple of weeks ago. Second half of January, February. I don't think it's going to be slow, though, per se. Second week of January for all those buybacks. No. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, tax loss harvesting usually is like, if that's what you're talking about, that's what I assume you're talking about, is like end of November, beginning of December most of the time. We did see a big dump at the end of the day on the SPY, so there was a lot of tax loss harvesting then too. So yeah, 30 days out, you would, be there. A huge dump at the end of the day. Like, this was a pretty substantial move. But yeah, I think for the most part, you have plenty of capital that's going to be piling in. My mom just texted me. She said 400,000 cases per day is the average. Stock market. Stock market doesn't even care about COVID. Unless there's deaths or lockdowns. Michigan, too damn cold. I like my 65 to 80 degree winter days here in South Florida. Yeah, that would be nice, honestly. But it is the place to be in the U.S. Thank you. Going to bed. Have a nice one. Love your input on AMC. Keep it real. Appreciate you, brother. Laz23, shout out to you. Good night. In there like swimwear. I would love to get a retirement place in the panhandle of Florida. Need a fast route to escape the hurricanes. For real. The motherfucker's going to come in and blow you the fuck away. Hurricanes or something. I think I'm more scared of like earthquakes and asteroids though, but I'm in Michigan, like we're never going to see a hurricane. Even though I want to, Texas does sound pretty cool. California sounds cool if the taxes weren't so high and houses didn't cost $500,000 for pretty much a shack. Compared to Michigan, you spend $500,000 on a house, you might as well just set that thing up on a fucking trailer and ship it to California. Because California real estate is nutty. Crazy. I love real estate, but California, I'd have to be a real estate agent out there to make any kind of money, or I'm going to starve. YouTube don't pay nearly well enough to live in Cali. Or a damn restaurant. Or anything else. Alright. Not an AMC related question, but do you think silver would be just as good an investment as gold be in the event of collapse or recession? Yeah, I actually like silver more than gold. For just because, you know, a lot of people, it got bought a lot more. There was like the whole silver short squeeze in 2021, and silver's just cheaper. So I do think it would go up more as like a, you know, return on capital. Like, you know, if you spend 100 on silver at what, like 20 an ounce, or 100 on gold, you know, you can't even really buy it like that by the 100, but I think you get a better return on silver for sure. I would personally go with silver. And then, you know, if you just want gold, then just buy Bitcoin pretty much. Not financial advice. Been holding since January 2021. I have 1,500 shares. I'm not going nowhere. Let's go. Jeez, 1,500 shares since January. Definitely you are not, huh? That's what's up. Texas is too damn hot and too much immigrant problems. Arizona kind of same, and Cali taxes and homelessness is a shame. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Central Coast Cali is very affordable. Interesting. Actually, I'm gonna look it up, but a lot more viable in the demand from industry. Yeah, I like silver. All right. Well, I'm going to get out of here. It looks like tomorrow's going to be a good day if I were to throw out a random guess there. Futures are up quite substantially. Data at the end of the week, nothing that really should send the markets in, you know, a big move to the downside. Not really a reason to go up too much as well until we do get that data. But, geez, chip sales are set to grow nearly 10% in 2022. That could be a trade tomorrow. AMD, I do own a lot, but nothing too crazy. COVID, same old, same old. Don't really expect anything too crazy to the downside. So, I guess that's the nightly wrap. Not too much to actually go over. Sundays are usually slow. So, love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Mike Wingham, thank you. Appreciate you. God the Heavenly Father, same to you. Liz, appreciate you too as well. Let's get it, baby. Rally the troops into tomorrow. Coming in, guns a-blazing. So, that's gonna